Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien speaking on Friday, May 24th. Yeah, TGIF. Memorial Day weekend, huh? Me and my friend Bubba are here, and we were talking about some things today. So the alien here wanted to do a video as an open note to you Republicans and dum-dums. Sorry, Democrats. So here it goes. Open note to GOP and the dum-dums. This is your favorite alien. Wanted to give you a note and to remind you that your government is considered a three-stage government. You have the executive, which is responsible for administration of your government, the legislative, which is responsible for passing the laws that the administrative must administer, and the judiciary, which is responsible for maintaining the balance between themselves and the executive and the legislative. But here's the problem. Your founding fathers, when they created this type of government, put in safeguards for each one. For the executive, because they would be dealing with the legislative, they gave them certain amount of powers, i.e. executive privilege. Okay? And they meant it in a certain way. For the legislative, they gave them a certain power, i.e. subpoenas. And for the judiciary, they gave a certain power to look after the other two, and if something went wrong with them, they had the power to be impeached by the other two branches of government. That said, when they did this Constitution, there was no you around. There was no Democrats and there was no Republicans. The two-party system was not even considered when they did this system. Both of your parties have used these things in political ways. In all three of your branch of governments. The latest abusers is the Congress, specifically the House of Representatives, and the executive. I'm surprised the Supreme Court hasn't gone in there with their paddle and paddled you guys in the butt. And here is the main concern that I have. Chairman Jerry Nadler of the Judiciary Committee, Democrat by trade, or dum-dum, as I call him, quoted the other day and said, subpoenas are not optional. Mr. Chairman, do you know what a subpoena is? You're using them like hotcakes. Or if you want to order them out at Domino's, you come and get a subpoena. And you're thinking that everybody should hop in and say, okay, we got a subpoena, we got to get over there ASAP. That's not the way your founding fathers made that to work, Chairman Nadler. And a good attorney, district attorney, or federal district court U.S. attorney can tell you when they issue a subpoena, they have their bases covered, something you haven't done. A subpoena is not a fishing expedition, and that's the way you treat subpoenas. You're treating subpoenas as a fishing expedition because you got nothing and you want to know. As an investigator, I can tell you, if I ever had to issue a subpoena, which I never had the power to do, but if I did, as a lawyer, I would have my bases covered so the subpoena had teeth. Right now, the subpoenas you're issuing to the executive branch have no teeth because you don't have nothing behind them. You're trying to find something, so you're trying to go on a fishing expedition. And that's not the way to do it. The way to do it would be like what happened to on the Judiciary Committee over there in Watergate, where they issued a subpoena to John W. Dean, which, well, he's the wrong subject because he wanted to spill his guts anyway. He didn't like President Nixon. But say, a good way of doing it is issuing a subpoena for Don McGahn. But not, you issued one, but you don't have anything to get him. You're trying to figure out and asking them questions. And if I was Don McGahn, I would use the power that the Constitution gave him, the Fifth Amendment, against you guys, just for that specific purpose, in order to get him to spill what you want him to say and avoid the Fifth. Like I told you before, you would have had to, one, go to a court and see if the Attorney General Sally Yates firing is illegal or not. And most federal courts will tell you, yay, because of the way President Trump acted in January 2016. Second, you subpoena Miss Yates to your committee and under oath ask her the same questions and more questions that the other committee asked her when they were investigating the tribal ban. You can use those notes from that committee and ask her more questions. And ask her, did you tell Mr. McGahn this? Did you tell Mr. McGahn that? Okay? And why he made the decision she did. And I can assure you that she will come out with a decision that says she was following the United States Constitution and upholding the laws of the United States. 3, then you get the subpoena for Mr. McGahn and ask him specific questions, knowing that you got the answers. You're trying to elaborate on the answers. That is the way you corner somebody, Chairman Madler. You never issue subpoenas just for fishing expeditions. That's not what a subpoena was intended. A, for you Congress, and B, for federal law or state law. When they issue subpoenas, boy, they have to have really their things in a row, because if I was issued a subpoena and I went to testify against a grand jury, I would immediately go on the Fifth. And that's the way it is. You should know your system better than that, Chairman Nadler, and you Democrats and Republicans. Specifically, you executive people, you legislative people, and especially your Supreme Court people. This is the favorite alien signing off saying, do I really have to show you how to run your system? Thanks.